Hello guys, this is Java from the Spigot forums, and today I'll be explaining one of my plugins, Natural Navigation. So right off the bat, we're going to start out with the configuration. I'll start explaining it. To set up this plugin appropriately, you'll need to set up your worlds right here, the worlds that you have. So over here, I have the default world, the default regular Minecraft world, and I have another custom world called the adventure world. So that's defined right there. Okay, don't worry about this stuff, by the way. This is going to be implemented in the future update. So world groups. So basically how world groups work is if a player is in, say if they're in the world, and the world, their world group will automatically be default. And if you add other worlds here, like say world 2, then their world group will still be default because these two worlds share the same world group, and basically that will mean they'll share the same warps, the same homes, and homes and warps. They will share the same home and warps. So basically, that pretty much explains the world groups. Next we have the nav tool, the navigation tool. This is basically the tool that players will use to open the main navigation GUI. So when they right click compass, they will type a command, /nav or /navigation. That's the main command to get into the GUI, the main GUI. So either of those, if they use that, it'll open the main GUI. All right. So pregame state. So when a player joins, and so basically what this does, when the player joins and they don't have permission, which I'm gonna put in the plugin description, they don't have the permission, I believe, nav that start game, that start underscore game. That'll make it so like they'll be invisible to all the players, any other player, they'll be invisible to, and yeah, so it'll look like they're the only ones on the server, and they can't do anything. They're in invention mode, and they can also fly. So this is used for servers that to actually start the game. Like maybe you want players to join the server, maybe see it, and for them to actually start playing, you'll need to have them have the permission, so they can actually start playing. So if you don't care about that, then you could just disable it. I added something you could change here, so you can change that if you're not going to use that or you have no idea what that is. So maximum homes. So you can actually set homes in this plugin. So setting homes, it has a limit. So if you want every player to have a maximum of 9 homes, you can set 9 homes right there. But they'll still need that to have the appropriate permission, and the permissions will be explained inside the description. But anyway, like if a player has say permission nav.home.9, which means they can have up to 9 homes, that'll basically mean if their home exceeds 9 homes or is equal to 9 homes when they actually create a home, it will stop them from doing, because they already reached the maximum homes their permission gives them. So and if you try to give them the permission nav.home.10, that won't work. That's not a real permission, because you already set the maximum homes to 9 right here. So yeah, set it to what you think the players will you'll use, what the players will actually use, and it can't be higher than 54. Actually 53. Yeah, it can't be higher than 53. So because that's bigger than a double chest, and the double chest is the biggest GUI you can have. Okay, so next we have auto set targets. So when they set their home, it will basically change the compass, the direction to their home where they set it to. automatically. You can disable or enable it here, and when they die, it'll show their last death point. It'll set the target there where they died right to there. So for this plugin to work, you'll need a MySQL server installed in your machine or somewhere else. So you'll need some sort of MySQL connection to store all that information. So that's required. You can set up your database connection here, username, root. So next we have the World Edit to Creative Tool override setting. So if World Edit's on your server and you're in creative mode, when you right click a compass, it'll teleport to where the player is looking at. That's only if they're in creative mode, and you could disable and enable this functionality if this plugin will override that functionality. So if you set it to false, then it'll override the World Edit functionality. So it'll ignore World Edit's what they do to do that, to teleport the player to where they're looking at. So you can enable and disable that here. Alright, so for menus, we have 5 different types of menus. So we have the worlds menu, so they can teleport to a world group, or so when they teleport to a world group, they'll be teleported to the first world in that world group, and I'll explain that in game. And then we have homes. They can actually customize the icons for their homes, which I'll get into in game. And warp's self-explanatory. You create a warp, players can teleport to it if they're in the same world group. And players, you can actually teleport to online players, any players online. Send them a TPA request or a TPA here request, similar to Essentials. So there's that, and the random teleportation command. So you can teleport players to a random location with this functionality. So right here we have the menu. So this is this is the default. So this is what's gonna show if they're not in pregame or if they're not dead. This is what they're gonna be brought up with, this type of menu layout. So you have the sub menus here. You could change the title, and you could change the icons, and the type is defined here. So basically that'll mean the functionality, and these will need to be right, or you'll break the plugin. So make sure these are right. You didn't misspell them, because that'll break the whole entire plugin. And start, this is for pregame state. So when the player is in pregame, this is what they're going to be brought up with. So you can add or remove whatever you want for what they'll see in pregame when they right click the compass. And same for dead. So when they're dead, you can change like what's what they're gonna see when they right click a compass when they're dead. This is what the navigation is going to look like. So random teleportation, over here we have you can set the minimum distance and the maximum distance, which goes for X and Z. So we have the minimum right here and the maximum, so they won't get teleported past those coordinates. And we have the timeout. So after 10,000 milliseconds, which is 10 seconds, the player, if the plugin doesn't find an appropriate location to teleport the player to, it will just cancel and timeout. So you could change how that will work here. You could set this to some really long number if you don't really care if the player tries to crash your server or something. Well, it won't really be their fault. It's just you don't want players searching for a place to teleport too long. So danger blocks. So if the player gets teleported into these blocks, they will automatically get out of there, and it'll find a better location for them to teleport them to. So you can set the blacklisted blocks, and and I didn't explain before, but you can also set the metadata, the durability. Right here you can just add a semicolon, semicolon, sorry. You can add it right here, and yeah, and put whatever metadata or durability you want to change that type of icon that'll show up. And over here, you guys don't have to worry about this. This will be implemented later on in a future update. So yeah, that explains the main configuration. Let's hop into the language configuration. So as you can see here, you can change all the messages that this plugin will use over here. And yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. And that wraps it up for the configuration part of this video. So now I'm actually gonna hop in game and explain the GUI and the commands in game. Hello guys, I am back in game, and yeah, so we're ready to test in game. Alright, so as you can see, I have the compass in my inventory, and I'm going to right click it, and there you go. The GUI that we created inside the config, as you can see, has been brought to life. So as you can see, the worlds, we have the two worlds that we set in the configuration, adventure and main world. So I'm in some random location right now, so if we go to the main world right now, we could teleport to the main world spawn. So you'll need to set the world spawn if you want to change that. So set world spawn, which will change the world spawn. There you go. So it'll teleport to the world spawn. That's how exactly it'll work. Alright, so yeah, and we can teleport to adventure worlds spawn. So as you can see, this is a custom world that our dev team has been working on. So yeah, this is a custom world over here. This is a different world. So but as you can see, these are not like the actual worlds. These are the world groups. So let me explain how world groups work in a sec, because I'll need homes for that. Alright, so as you can see, these are my homes in this adventure world. So if I teleport to Mitch's house, just one of my houses, one of my homes, as you can see, yeah, this is you know, Mitch's house right here. And yeah, this home only works for this world group. So the adventure world group, this is the only home I have. But if I teleport to the other world, the main world, I have a different home right here. I have a different home named home. So yeah, it's totally different. It's in a different world, so the homes are different. So if you want to change that, if you just want like all the orbs and the homes to be global, just create a home, not a home, create a world group called main or something, whatever you want. Put all the worlds that you want in there and set it as an icon or whatever. And yeah. Alright, so as you can see, I have a home right here, and I don't know if you guys noticed that the home banner right here actually matches with the actual banner that's 2 blocks on top of it. So as you can see, that's the banner right there, icon, as you can see. Yeah, so you can actually change players can change the icon to whatever they want, whatever banner they have. So as you can see, I have the banner, this banner that I just randomly created. So yeah, and you could just place the banner on top, and it will set the home banner, the home icon. So let me actually delete this home so I can show you guys what creating a home is like. So shift right click to delete, and the home has been deleted. Great. Alright, so this is our new home. You know, this is a new home. It's not occupied or anything. So, and actually, if like you try to create a home right next to here, it will stop. You cannot create a home that's like right next to this home right here. So yeah, it has to be 2 blocks away for it to be for you to create a home, or else it won't do it at all. And if this home is broken, then you won't be able to teleport to it, and it'll automatically delete because the home is obstructed. So yeah, let me actually get in game mode 1. Alright, so let's create a home right here. So let's set a home, and there you go. Well, oh yeah, we have to set the name, so call it new home. All right, so we created a new home right here, and if we right click the compass, go to homes, it created a new home. So yeah, let me actually delete it so you guys can see something. So when I delete the home and I go back, I don't have any homes, right? Yeah, I don't have any homes. And when I set it right here, new home, I have the home right here, new home. So, and then left click to go to it, and I could rename it. So I right click it and I could rename, so I could call it home. And you could set a maximum of 17 characters, which is, you can't change that in the configuration. It's maximum 17 characters. All right, so yeah, so as you can see, we set a home right here, left click to teleport, and we could set the name and etc. And you could change the banner, whatever you wanted. So if there was no banner right here, so let me just delete the home. If there was no banner right here and I set the home, it would choose some random banner to set it as. So yeah, it chose a red banner because text red. So let's go right click and go to, yeah, it chose a red banner, so it chooses our random color to set the home. And yeah, if there's no banner, so it doesn't require you to have a banner. If you want, you could not have a banner at all, or you could put a banner with a custom design. So, and it also works with designs too, forgot to mention. So yeah, well, patterns, not designs, sorry. Okay, so that explains homes. And if you want, you can change the color. So I want a gold color, and yeah, I just changed the name to gold home, the gold color home, and still same home. Teleport to it, and there you go. All right. So for warps, creating warps, I'm actually gonna hop into the adventure world, and as you can see, I'm brought up with a whole new set of warps right here. Let me get into game mode 1. All right. So as you can see, these warps right here, I can teleport to the volcano warp, desert town, red lake city. Cities looks really nice, I like it. And what else we have? This looks good. Chinatown looks pretty good. Okay, yeah, and that's for going to warps. This is a warp I created earlier. Actually delete this, shift right click, and then delete the warp. This is something I messed up in the configuration. You could change the messages, by the way, if I didn't say that earlier. So yeah, so let's set a new warp right here on this bolt. Let's call it bolt. So let's create it, and to set the icon, we'll need to have the item that we want inside our inventory. So if I want to set it to a bolt icon, I need to have it a bolt inside my inventory. So right click the compass and go to warps and create a warp. Choose the bolt icon, and let's call it bolt. Why not? Just bolt. All right, so right click, go to warps, and as you can see, I created a new warp called bolt. Right here, bolt. Warp, new warp. All right, so yeah, and I could change the color of the text. So if I right click, I can change the color, change it to blue. So as you can see, updated right there, new warp, bolt, and it changed the color. All right, good. And when we left click, still go to the same warp, the same location, and it will keep your yaw and your pitch and whatever you have. So that's good. Alright, and we can delete it, and it's gone. Alright, so shift right click to delete. Alright, so yeah, that explains warps, random teleportation. So I'm actually gonna go to the other world to show this. So the main world right here, and so it teleports to a random location. Probably gonna lag the server, I'm not gonna do it, but yeah, it should. Let me just do it anyway. It's probably gonna lag the server, so sorry. Oh, that was pretty fast. Nice. Alright, so I found a good location to spawn us in. It's pretty nice to build a new house, you know, start playing in Minecraft. So as you can see, yeah, this is a pretty good, actually a really good place it found for us. This is actually a really nice biome. Alright, so next I'm gonna show you guys what dead state is. So I'm just fly really high, and let me kill myself by going to game mode 0, and I'm gonna die. So there, I'm dead. Alright, so okay, I'm not sure why it teleported me here, but I'm pretty sure that's because I have another plugin that yeah, Essentials does that. You need to disable that in Essentials. I have Essentials in the server, so sorry guys, but it shouldn't have teleported me there. It should have teleported me into, kept me like in the location that I died. So if I died right here, I would have died right here and would have gave me all the items. And yeah, so now I'm invisible, no one can see me, and yeah, and to get out of this, you'll need to respawn. So I need to respawn, and let's just respawn right here. As you can see, got all my items back, and I'm good. Alright, so nice. Alright, so next up we have the players teleport functionality. So let me just give myself a compass, and I will be right back, and I'll explain how the player teleportation works, and I think that'll be the last bit of this plugin. Alright guys, we're back in game, and I'm going to explain the last part of this plugin, the last functionality. Alright, so I have someone on right now to test this out, so, and he's in some random location, so I'm going to send him a teleport request. So I'm going to go into this menu, the main menu, and go to players, and as you can see, I can teleport to him. So if I left click, go, and he should get a teleport request. Alright, good. So I got teleport to his location, and he accepted it. Alright, so what you can do now is you can get one of the compass, and right click it, and go to players, go to me, and then left click. And as you can see here, it brings up a message. This is a JSON message, so if I click here, deny or accept, it's gonna run the command for me, so I don't have to actually type it out. So if I click accept, he teleports to me. Alright, good. I actually clicked it 2 times, that's why it said you don't have any request. So yeah, and I could bring him to my location, so I can send a request to him to come to my location by right clicking, and there you go. It works. Alright, so that's the last bit of this plugin. So if you guys like this plugin, you can purchase it right now on Spigot, and yeah, if you guys need any help with the configuration or anything, I'm always on the forums, so you can message me any problems you have, and any bugs that you guys might have. I'm always on top of it, so I'll fix that for you. And yeah, so thank you for watching this video, and I hope you like this plugin.